The XRP breakout is not done, and in fact, we could be looking at a $13 to $15 XRP here in August. So lock in, folks. We are not done. You are not late. And let's get you the full update here on XRP officially hitting a new all-time high. Yes, for those of you guys that have been wondering, is it 340? Is it 384? 384 was only hit on one exchange, Upbit in Korea. And so the consensus from David Schwartz and others is that the official all-time high was 340. That is no longer the case, as we went up to about $3.66 yesterday on multiple exchanges. So yes, we are at a new all-time high. No, it is not over. Let's get you caught up to speed. Now, starting off, we have President Trump going to be signing the Genius Act stablecoin legislation into law at 2:30 Eastern today. So at the White House, we're going to have a ceremony signing in stablecoin legislation. President Trump not done there, he's going to be also looking to open up a $9 trillion U.S. retirement market to Bitcoin and crypto investments, and Bitcoin Magazine won't tell you, but that does include XRP as well. That's right, folks. He is preparing an executive order to allow 401ks to be able to tap into the pool of alternative investments, including precious metals, private equity, and cryptocurrencies like XRP. Now, Charles Schwab has to join the party as well. Their CEO telling CNBC that they anticipate launching spot Bitcoin and Ethereum trading sometime soon. And if they really want to get in on the action, they better not miss out on XRP, right? Some clients say that they want to sit their crypto alongside their other assets at Schwab. This would compete directly with Coinbase. And he also said that Schwab clients hold over 20% of total assets in crypto ETFs. So this went from going, hey, ignore it, laugh at it, make a mockery of it, to now they say put, 1 to 2% in. Now they're starting to see their clients are moving 5, 10, 20% of their investments into crypto. Some of us in this space have well over 80, 90, maybe 100% of our investments in crypto. And boy, oh boy, is that paying off right now. Another avenue for getting exposure is through the ProShares XRP ETF, another futures ETF for XRP. I've been wondering how Sal from 2Cream and his 2x daily long XRP ETF has been performing over the past couple of days. I'm sure it's doing well with the XRP price action that we've seen. But another futures ETF officially live today. Spot ETFs right around the corner. And what that means is tens of billions of inflows into XRP haven't even arrived yet. So if you think that you're too late, if you think that XRP bull run is over, you would be grossly miscalculating what's about to happen for XRP in this bull run. And the Bitcoin therapist, well, he's going to have to go find himself a therapist because these guys are having a full meltdown. He says, seriously, who is buying this crap? Well, the Koreans were buying it. And over the past couple of days, we finally saw the rest of the world turn bullish with the inflows finally coming in from Binance, Coinbase, and others. And so these guys are in full disbelief, not understanding what is going on here with XRP, but it's been very clear to us. It was suppressed artificially for over 4.5 years through a lawsuit. It's still being suppressed up to today with the spot ETFs being delayed, the SEC appeal not officially being dropped. All of that is further suppression, but it hasn't been enough to stop XRP from going to an all-time high. And these Bitcoin therapists and maxis are having meltdowns with XRP surpassing a $200 billion market cap. I wouldn't want to be around these guys with what comes over the next couple months here. As I mentioned at the offset of this video, we could be looking at a $10 to $15 XRP in the next month. And so the Bitcoin maxi tiers have already been flowing. We're about to see the damn break on the Bitcoin maxi tiers over the next 30 days. Strap in. Bark Meta, he gets it. For those saying XRP is too risky, bro, it's the future currency of Earth. And some of us have been, understanding that it's the intergalactic currency, as Greg Kidd called it, one of the first 10 investors in Ripple, Greg Kidd. He called it the intergalactic currency. This isn't just the currency of Earth. We're going intergalactic, interdimensional with it. And the risk is not having any. The risk is not in having not having any, but also in selling too soon, not knowing what you hold, which is exactly what Dave Portnoy did right here. Take a listen in. Dave Portnoy fumbling the bag massively.
I'm getting ready to go to bed, and I can't lie to my people. I have a confession. I sold XRP when it went up to 240 because the guy who told me to buy it told me that I should sell it because he thought Circle would compete with him. And he was unhappy with it. It's up 60% since I sold it, and I would have made millions, and I want to cry, and I don't own it anymore. Even though I was like the leader of the XRP army, I sold it. Good night.
Yeah. So Dave, I will just disregard your comment about being the leader of the XRP army. We know that's a joke. We know that's you trolling. And it's all fun and games until you miss out on millions of profit. And that's only on XRP going up to 350. Just think of how many tears. I mean, and we've been talking about this. Grown men will weep. And the tears are already flowing. And we're only at $3.50. Just wait till we go up to $30. And I'm telling you right now, look at my X feed. You can see in the spaces live on X. I go in and listen to these spaces with Gary Cardone and other Bitcoin maxis. They are giving terrible advice. Stop listening to stupid people, whether it be traditional finance guys who think that they know cryptocurrency now. And like he said, the guy who got him into XRP told him to buy back in and then sell off at 240 because Circle was going to compete with Ripple. I'll reiterate, stop listening to stupid people, whether that be TradeFi guys that you think have some record, some history behind them. They did well in stocks. Just because they did well in stocks does not mean that that's going to translate over to crypto. Now, so whether it's TradeFi guys, they're spewing nonsense, or whether it's YouTubers, other content creators, TikTokers, full-time fudsters that got people to sell off their XRP bags, stop listening to stupid people, and also understand what their incentive is. And that's for people that are telling you not to do anything with your XRP, just hold it forever. Don't take profits, even though some of you guys might be in a situation where you do need to take just a little bit of profit. And then you got guys that are telling Dave Portnoy to sell your entire bag, right? Somewhere in between lies the right model for you. And I'm not here to tell you, I'm not here to be your financial advisor. I'm just here to say, stop listening to stupid people. And when you're listening to people, whether that be me, whether that be your financial advisor, whether that be somebody who's telling you that you need to invest with them, ask yourself what their incentive is. My incentive is to grow my platform by spreading truth and by providing good analysis that people appreciate. So what happens is if I give bad analysis, if I share bad takes, if I am dishonest with you guys, I will lose my platform. My incentive is to continue growing my platform, and the only way that I do that is by sharing truth and good analysis. I don't give financial advice. I'm never going to tell you to buy anything, never have, never will, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing and how we're making money. And when I tell you that we're destroying the returns of these guys who, yeah, they have bigger bags. Dave Portnoy had a big bag of XRP, but he fumbled the entire thing. See, so you need to be careful who you're listening to, and you need to get tapped in with somebody who's going to provide you real analysis right now, because it's crunch time. And if you're listening to people that are telling you that Circle is going to compete with Ripple, Circle is trying to play catch up with Ripple. If you're listening to people that are telling you to offload XRP because $3, $4, or $5 is going to be the top, you need to check your sources, because we're going a lot higher. Okay, let's get into it. Dom Trader View. XRP has seen massive net buying on Coinbase and Kraken over the past 36 hours. We're seeing a clear wave of retail flood in. Unit bias is in full effect. XRP's lower price makes it psychologically more attractive. More coins per dollar equals perceived value. But see, it was too scary at 30 cents. Your friends and family that are calling you up now, hey man, you were right about that XRP thing. And you said, yeah, I was right when it was back at 30 cents and I was telling you to get in. I'm still right now, but now you're only going to be able to acquire 1/10 of the bag that you could have back at 30 cents and 40 and 50 cents. But sure, yeah, we don't have time to talk about me being right. We need to get you off the sideline and get you in this investment. We don't have time to, I don't need a pat on the back. You need to get exposure now. And this is why we've been saying that there's still so much to run here for XRP, is because the inflows that took us from $1.90 to $3 was all from Korea and Upbit. Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, the rest of the world, America, had not turned bullish yet. But it's funny how psychology works. Now that XRP's back up to 350 and a new all-time high, now people feel comfortable. Oh, everybody else is getting into XRP? Okay, now let me come in. Now it feels safe. Now the water's warmed up a little bit. Now you're not late, but just let this serve as a hard lesson for those who miss the boat and for those who are going to fumble the bag and sell too soon like Davey Boy did. Cassie trades, XRP enters price discovery, macro targets coming into view. XRP has made history, breaking through 340 for a new all-time high and pushing straight to the 1618 extension at 360. This is massive. That level is a common first stop for a wave 3, and seeing it hit like that gives me more confidence in our higher macro targets. We're currently hovering right above the old highs, trying to flip 340 into support. If we can hold this level and build a base here, things could accelerate fast. The next fib extension above is at $4.65. Some exchanges $4.62, but you get the point. We're seeing some exhaustion and bearish divergence up to the 4-hour, so watching 340 and 320 as potential retracement levels. 340 has already been tested once, but even with another pullback, the strength of this move is undeniable. So even if we pull back to 320, watch folks panic. Now this morning, I'm looking at the XRP price chart. We did already dip back here to 335. 335. And I'd already put out a tweet this morning noting that we'd flip 340 into support. And then sure enough, 30 minutes later, we dip down to 335 and people rush to the comments. Oh, this aged poorly. This aged like sour milk. Lock in, please. If you're rushing to the comments to try to, and I've already seen the TikTokers are bookmarking my posts. The XRP haters are bookmarking my posts so they can try to come back. XRP will have a pullback here. It'll run up to $4 or $5 and then pull back down to 350. And these guys can't wait to say, I told you so. They have already been wrecked on the gains that we've made from 30 cents to $3, and they will continue to get wrecked as we see XRP go from $3 to 20 and $30 this cycle top. If you don't try to rush to the comments to say I got you. It's never worked well for any of our haters, and it'll continue to be a fatal mistake for those same full-time fudsters that are still trying to come after us. Let's get them caught up to speed. And so XRP has been so impressive lately that I wouldn't be surprised to see it completely shrug off bearish signs and keep pushing. Let's see if the support holds. This breakout is not done. Water's above crypto. Last cycle's all-time high for XRP was January 4th, 2018. 7 years, 7 months, 7 days later is August 11th, 2025. 777 is the jackpot. You ready for price discovery, XRP community? How about that, folks? August 11th would be 7 years, 7 months, 7 years later from the official all-time high of XRP, January 4th. Are you ready? Is it coded? Have the stars aligned? Tony the Bull Severino, another TA expert, or so they say. What if the final move in XRP, projected as high as $13, happened within 40 days? Now, he posted this yesterday, so 40 days from here takes us out to about August 27th, I believe. What is your plan? And he says, and for the naysayers that think there won't be a bear market, hit the comments for a follow-up diagram that shares a strong resemblance as XRP that will show you what one might look like. So he believes in his Elliott wave theory that we will see a correction. I believe that we will see a correction as well, but are we going to see a long drawn-out bear market, 4 years, and it's going to take us another 4 years to hit a new all-time high? I don't know if I believe in that. I do believe in a strong pullback. We run up to 30 bucks, back down to 15, establish a new floor price between 15 and 20 bucks. That's a likely scenario. Lower targets, okay, we only top out at 15 bucks. We come back down to 5 to 7 bucks and establish a new floor price, between 5 and 10 bucks. Something like that, I believe, is going to play out. Now, am I going to sell my entire bag? Absolutely not. Am I selling a lot of my long-term holdings? No. I'm only selling a small percentage of my overall XRP portfolio because I'm scared that I won't be able to time this thing perfectly. Even though I am a trader with some experience and I do play around a little bit, I know better than to try to be the smart guy that tries to time this thing perfectly. Now, that being said, I am going to take some chips off the table along the way, but I'm doing so in a very calculated way, and it's a way to de-risk, and we'll see what happens here. But I still think in XRP going to 20 to 30 bucks this cycle, and I think that a lot of people are going to regret selling too soon. And then on the flip side, folks are going to regret not selling anything, and not taking some few chips off the table for whatever reason, whether that just be de-risking, you got debt to pay off. I want you to stay liquid, and I don't want you to be so stressed out in your regular life that you can't appreciate the gains that you've had in XRP because you're looking at, oh, wow, my net worth went up to 10 million. Now I'm back down here to 4 or 5 million. And you're depressed, right? Versus, okay, you could have sold off 10 or 20% of your portfolio and still had, hundreds of thousands of XRP or whatever your position being. It's all relative to your current situation, but you get my point. People are going to regret selling too soon. People are going to regret not selling anything. Find the right plan for you. And if there was ever a time to get into our Discord community, tapped in with other individuals that are going to be honest and transparent about what they're doing, now is the time. So go to ZachRector.com, you sign up through Patreon to get access to Discord. And for those who forgot, there was a moment in time when XRP did flip Bitcoin. This is from Shibo. Everyone who thinks that XRP can't flip Bitcoin has not been in crypto long enough. It happened before, it will happen again. This is so far from being done. Don't sell too soon. Make sure that you have a plan if you need to sell a little bit. But this is not something that we want to play around with now, folks. It is crunch time. Get in the game. Stay locked in. I believe that we could see XRP at 10 to 15 bucks in August with ease. With ease. And just that move alone is going to be life-changing for our community. So God bless all of you guys that have made it this far. Let's stay tapped in. We're going to be over the target covering this entire situation. So stay tuned. ZachRector.com for all of our community resources. And I will see you guys in the next one. God bless you all. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.